This morning had some strange volatility characteristics associated with it. Let me show you what I mean. Here's our stock volatility box live scanner. I'm on our daily tab here looking for all the places where we had a daily volatility box model breach. I'll scroll down to the bottom so we can see what triggered first on our live scanner. And here you should notice stocks where the volatility makes sense. Stocks like Verizon, where we had a massive gap up. Stocks like Snapchat, which reported earnings. Same thing with T-Mobile. Same thing with Boeing. Thermo Fisher also reported earnings. Tesla, almost always volatile. But as soon as you scroll up, you should notice one that catches your eye, and that's XLV. It's unusual to see a sector ETF breach its daily volatility box models. For that to happen this early on in the day, this was less than 30 minutes into the market's activity. That's incredibly rare. That's a reason to pay attention, and XLV had a lot of selling taking place in it. We can see that it was selling because it was breaching its daily volatility box models. These are the aggressive models for a long side entry. So we were looking to, in essence, buy the dip here inside of XLV. Now, if we come into the charts, this is what XLV looks like. I'll start with the daily time frame first, and we'll go from top down to the 5-minute and then the 2-minute time frame. Now, starting with the daily time frame, price action as we were selling off early in the morning came near that 126 price level, and that's our previous area of support. This is from back in May, towards the end of May, beginning of June, and we can see how price action was selling off right into that level early on in the morning. This will be even clearer on a 5-minute time frame chart, where you can see that same line we opened, and then ever since we opened, we just had really sellers coming all the way in, piling down all the way up to 126. Now on the 2-minute time frame is where I think XLV looks almost as picture perfect as you could get it. In terms of our setup, we had all of our rules met, including the second 2-punch of our 1-2 punch pattern. Let me walk you through the entire action here. So price action, again, early on, sells off, slams into our aggressive volatility box zones. That's the point at which we know we have a volatility edge. And again, the fact that this is happening less than 30 minutes into the market being open is something that should call for you to pay attention to it. Now, as we're hitting our volatility box levels, you'll also notice we have these Keltner channel wedges plotting. We have more than the 5 that we like to see. We have the edge signal confirmation. We have our momentum cross. So this meets all the rules of our momentum reversal setup. We even have the sellers try one time to bring price action lower. Buyers very quickly reject that with this blue dot that we can see here. So we see the second punch as well. Almost instantly, we see buyers come right back into XLV and reverse us back in the next hour, basically within 1 hour, to the other side's volatility box zones, where this time now we're triggering a short side entry. Now this time we didn't have as clean of a setup on that 2-minute. You can see we have these wedges. They stop plotting. We make a little bit higher high here compared to where price action looked like it was stabilizing. But we still see price action roll over, the lunchtime chop, and then this continues as price closes into the day. So XLV here really stood out early on in the morning. First, we saw sellers pile in, then we saw buyers pile in, then we saw sellers pile in one more time. And this essentially just ping-ponged back and forth between our daily volatility box models. As we continue to get deeper and deeper into earnings seasons, I'd expect to see similar volatility. We've very clearly seen that volatility is picking up. And we can also see how certain stocks, when they do appear on our live scanner, stocks like Thermo Fisher in today's case, which had a big gap down, we may sometimes see its sector ETF follow suit, and that really leads to a nice opportunity to buy the dip, like the example here inside of XLV. I hope you found today's video useful. Take care, everyone. Good luck trading. I'll leave links to the video which breaks down this setup in more detail as well for those of you that are new to it. Hopefully you find it interesting. Take care, and I'll see you in our next update.